All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 9 of Big Baller Talk. Just to start off, sorry if there was a little pause there. Just kind of figure out the timing of when to start it, because sometimes the streams are a little bit whack for you guys on Twitch and Spotify, so I apologize for that. But I'm your host Ben. I'm here with my co-host Chuck and a new co-host
Yes,
Eddie.
sir.
So how you boys doing today?
Pretty good. Yeah,
It's
I'm doing
good.
pretty good. Ready to talk some NFL free agency.
That's good to hear. Yep. So we're gonna be
Sir.
talking some NFL free agency. I just want to make sure we could hear everyone real quick. I'm your host Ben. I'm here with my co-host Chuck. You guys can hear the intro again. Eddie. So how you boys doing today?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing
Nice. We can hear you boys. All right, and it's working. So as you know, Eddie said, we're gonna talk about the NFL free agency today. Eddie is, I just let you guys know, Eddie is gonna be, as I said, new co-host. He's, been friends with him for a very long time, and he loved the idea of the podcast as well. So he's, looks like I just got a possible follow. Oh, Chucky GTV, thank you very much.
I didn't realize I wasn't following.
Thank you. And where was I? What was I saying there? Oh yeah, he liked the idea of the podcast, and so I was like, yeah, why not? So he should be on. I don't know if we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be either Thursday or Saturday streams, or like one of those 2 days we're gonna record for the podcast. I'm not sure which exact one, but as of right now, it's just Thursday. So we should be working well with that. And I'm kind of if you may see me like right now, see I just kind of switch back to there. You may see me do it is because I'm kind of new to the whole doing it on the PC, so like the ones where I do with Eddie will be on the PC, just so because he plays Xbox, so we can just talk about stuff on Discord and stuff like that. And so Eddie, you want to just tell them what your favorite teams are and I guess something cool about you that they don't know? It's like a school classroom.
Yeah, I'm a New York Giants fan. Love the Giants. Yeah.
G-men.
I don't have. Yeah. Oh yeah, go Giants.
Yes, sir. Yep. So Eddie's definitely knows a lot more about football than me and the Giants. I'm trying to get back into it, but Chuck is a Patriots fan. Boo. Patriots.
Sir.
We'll talk about their.
I love talking about the Patriots for agency.
we'll talk about their free agency coming up because they did not have a bad one. But what we're pretty much gonna do, we're gonna start with the Cardinals because they have them go down this way. We won't go by division, most likely, but we'll do that. And we'll just kind of go over the signings, and then after we go over the signings, I think we'll just give them a grade. I was gonna do the grade right away after, but I think we should just do it, afterwards. By the way, just let me know if my mic acts weird later on the stream. Let me know because talking to you guys, like Eddie and Chuck, because I'm using a new mic, so I'm hoping it does work. But
Alright.
you guys are all looking on the Cardinals right now, right?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll first start off with J.J. Watt. He signed a 2-year, $28 million deal with the Cardinals, coming from Houston. The 32-year-old is an absolute beast.
He really is.
Yeah, as you guys would. What do you think about the signing, Eddie? What was your thoughts when you saw that? Out of all the teams he had the option to choose, Steelers, Bills, what was your thoughts when you saw him sign with the Cardinals?
I mean, I think it's a great signing for the Cardinals. You can never have too much pass rush, especially trying to get to guys like Russell Wilson. The $28 million is, I think, a bit high for J.J. Watt, but I mean, if he performs well, I mean, he's worth the price tag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm assuming same probably with you, Chuck, or you got anything else?
I think the price is perfect. I mean, he's what, second, maybe even third best defensive end in NFL, behind Aaron Donald and his brother. It might be better than him, but besides that, I mean, I think the perfect pricing.
Yeah. I agree. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't think it was the worst money wise, but it also wasn't very amazing, I guess. But yeah, I still think it was a great signing for them, let alone. Casey said, "What's up to everyone? How's it going, Casey?" So yeah, that's for JJ. I definitely really like that. Now someone they lost. All right, we'll go through who they gained real quick, right? Because they did lose a good amount. They got Matt Prater, or Prater, however you say it, the kicker from Detroit. 37-year-old got a 2-year, $6.5 million deal. I mean, it's not bad. I would say the age is kind of, well, it says 37, but he's only 36. He signed until he's gonna be 38, so he'll be 39 going into as an unrestricted. I mean, if you look here under his stats, if it will let me. Yeah. A very healthy quarterback. I mean, 2008, 16 games. Kicker. 2008, 2009, 16 games. 2010 played 12. 2011, 2012, 2013, 16. 2014 he played 11. 2015 and on he's played 16 games. So, pretty good. His accuracy looks pretty nice. Capping out at 96. Yep, 96.2. And he's played for the Broncos. Yep, Broncos from 2007 to 2013, and Detroit from 2014, 2020, and then obviously now with the Cardinals. So I would definitely say an interesting signing. Not a bad one at all.
No, I think it's a good signing because they had Zane Gonzalez, not a great kicker. I mean, kicker's just something where if you have a bad kicker, you really feel it, and making it a playoff run, you just want to make sure you have someone good at the position who you can rely on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Now, if we go... All right, so this one, I actually really like this signing. They signed him today on a 1-year, $6 million deal. Malcolm Butler, 31 years old. I actually think he's I still think he could be a solid cornerback in this league.
I love Malcolm Butler.
Say that again?
I love Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, he was the clincher for you guys in the what year? 2017, 2016 Super Bowl, 2017, right?
2017.
Yeah. Charles, you wanna know what his agent's name is?
What?
Tarek Simpson.
Derek Simpson?
Yeah, I shit you not. That's his agent's name.
Tarek or Derek?
Derek. That's pretty funny. We have a friend named that. Last year he tied his career high for a year with interceptions, 4. So, I mean, he played all 16 games.
Yeah, he was.
Had the most tackles in his career, most solo tackles, second most assist tackles for.
Titans were a good team last year, and he performed pretty good.
Yeah, he did perform pretty well. I would definitely say pretty good signing, Solid, for sure. Now, and you can feel free to chime in too, Eddie, if you got anything on him.
Yeah, I would just say it's a decent signing. It's not like a 10 out of 10 signing, but it's not a bad signing. You just know what you're gonna get with him, which is solid cornerback production.
Yep.
But after losing Pat Pete, it's not a really good fill-in.
Each 31 as well.
Yeah, I would say
it's a pretty good fill-in.
Yeah, it's really just a replacement. You're gonna get the same type of thing that you got from Patrick Peterson, very much like a side grade.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the best fill-ins you could have got out of free agency this year, though.
That is true.
Yep. And now the next one, which besides JJ, might be one of my favorite signings, in AJ Green. He signed a 1-year, $6 million deal as well. AJ
Green was so. I feel like he just needed to get out of Cincy. He's such a good. I think he's such a good wide receiver that deserves to win a Super Bowl, and he has his chance now.
He was the number 4 pick in 2011. I don't know if it was. Yes, I agree. Cincy maybe wasn't the best for him in recent years, but I mean, wait.
Did he ever? He played with Ocho Cinco, right?
I think I was looking at what.
Did he ever play with Ocho Cinco?
He was played in 2011. It was his first year, so I'm not sure.
So then yes, I think.
But I thought he was hurt a lot last year. Maybe I'm just thinking of 2019 where he was out the entire year. But injuries were definitely a toll for him, as you see, if you guys see on the screen, kind of a decrease starting from 2015, and besides these, but in touchdowns, kind of a little bit of decrease in yards per game, big jump in 2020. receiving yards. You know, he went from being over 1,000-yard receiver 5 years in a row with 1,000, almost 7 years in a row, but then going from 600 to 500. I truly think he is only 32. I think he's going to have a nice little bounce back year. And he's on the market again next year, so he can, people can see what he is.
I'd say the signing's okay. Like AJ Green, he's had a history of injuries. He's not young anymore, certainly with 33. This just feels like a contingency plan if Larry Fitzgerald retires to keep a veteran receiver presence there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Casey, you're right.
It's another great target for Kyler Murray.
It is, yeah. Before we go on though, Casey, it wasn't. It doesn't matter. He said that he liked the JJ, even though he's not a part of this. But you are a part of this. You're in the chat, so you just put your comments on who you believe. You're definitely a part of this for sure. And yes, JJ Watt was a nice signing. It's cool to see. I'm not even mad that Ryan likes them. But sorry, Chuck, you can go ahead.
I don't know what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say one more thing to add to the JJ Watt signing is he does have a history of injuries. So if he gets hurt, that could definitely hurt Arizona right there.
Yeah. They're just kind of hoping he stays healthy.
How many years is it? 2?
Mm-hmm. 2 years. He'll be 34, almost 35 as the time he's hitting the market again.
I feel like it's a smart move that they did only sign Malcolm Butler for 1 year in case they can get a new cornerback next free agency or sign someone in case he doesn't perform as well.
Yeah. In looking at Matt Prater, he can leave after 1 year. It looks like he potential out. I don't know what potential out means. In it,
it's probably an option.
Mm-hmm.
I would think.
That's what I'm guessing.
Or they could just cut him. Maybe no money's guaranteed the second year.
Oh my gosh. Someone commented, "Hey, I see Kenny Gallaudet in your title. You must be a Giants fan like me." Yes. He said, "Who's Ryan? That kid sounds like a loser." I have a feeling this isn't a real person. Darnay Holmeston? I don't know how.
Darnay Holmes is the cornerback for the Giants.
Yeah, so I can't read it. Oh yeah, okay, there were the two S's. Yeah, that's definitely a fake account. So hello, Michael. Whoever else it is. But that was funny. I read it first, and then I read the Ryan thing. I was like, yeah, I have a feeling that's not.
Maybe it's Kyle.
Maybe it could be, but maybe they could prove it's not them if they follow. But yeah, so now that's because Robert Alford, Charles Washington, I don't really care about them. But the players that the Cardinals lost here, they lost 27-year-old running back Kenyon Drake. He went to the Raiders. Hassan Reddick went to the Panthers. Pat Pete went to Minnesota. These are all on a 1-year deal, $8 million, except Drake. He was 2 years, $11. Darnell Holmes followed. Yeah. Who's Michael? I'm a real person. My name is Derek. Okay, hello, Derek.
Why does his name say Darnell?
I don't know.
Is it a Darnay Holmes fan account?
Maybe it is. Well, if it truly isn't Mike, what's up, Derek? How you doing today? But yeah. So those are the players. Those are the big players they lost. What do you guys think? Do you think they gained more than they truly lost, or?
I'd say it's around the same.
A little bit more.
Go ahead, one at a time. What'd you say, Chuck?
I think they gained more than they lost.
And why was that? Why is that?
I mean, they gained J.J. Watt. They gained A.J. Green. They gained Malcolm Butler. In my perspective, and they gained a new kicker, but Kenyon Drake is definitely worse than J.J. Watt, but duh. But Hassan Reddick is a good linebacker. Pat Pete's a veteran cornerback. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. I think it's more of a tie now, actually.
I'm doing good today, Derek. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so you think it's more of a tie now looking at it?
Yeah.
Kind of like they lost out on some, but they kind of gained it back, but not anything significant. I get what you're saying. What about you, Eddie?
Yeah, I definitely said they lost a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
They got JJ Watt obviously, but they also lose Hassan Reddick, one of their better pass rushers, which isn't great. I think losing Kenyon Drake's actually gonna be big because I thought he played really well in Arizona, fit well in their schemes. The Patrick Peterson, Malcolm Butler just kind of it cancels out. But I think the big one is Dan Arnold, their tight end. He was 26, and I thought he played really well for him last season. So I think that will hurt them losing that tight end presence
Mm-hmm.
as a weapon in their offense.
Yeah. I agree with both of you on that. Looking at it, a little bit of both. I don't think they gained a ton though. I think we can all agree with that. So, looking at it, yeah, that's and who knows what Fitzgerald's gonna do. I kind of hope he comes back, so he can get like fans maybe for his last season. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want, we could head on to the Falcons.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Darnay Holmes is better, yes sir. He said the Cardinals will be 9-8 at best. Are they doing the 17 games though? I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's right off the bat.
Are they really doing 17 games?
They were supposed to, and it's supposed to come implemented this year, but I don't know if it really was. Sorry, Chuck. Go ahead.
Atlanta definitely lost this free agency. I'm gonna say right off the bat.
See, they don't really have too many players out there, you know what I mean?
But they lost one of the best centers in the game. He's very old, but he's still veteran material. He knows what to do in certain situations. Like he calls it good call outs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Keanu O'Neal, dude.
Yeah, that was a great signing for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that when the Cowboys come along too, how good it was for them. Alex Mack though, signing with the Niners, 3 years, almost $15 million. That was definitely a loss. Running back Mike Davis, they gained. Don't know too much about him. He's 28. Do you guys know too much about him?
Yeah, he played in Carolina, backed up for Christian McCaffrey last year. He filled in. He did a decent job.
Good. I think he's amazing.
Yeah, he's like a solid
running
running back.
For CMC.
Chuck, the chat's roasting you. Mike said, "Who the fuck is Darnell Holmes?" Because I know it's Mike's account. If it's not, then so I apologize, Derek. But and it's saying Darnell Holmes is a stud at MVP man. And then Kyle said, "Hey, big baller," which hello Kyle. And then he said, "Hey," and the big baller cards. Mike said, and he said, "What is big baller cards?" And Mike says Darnay sucks. Oh, don't say that. Cowboys suck. And Darnay Holmes goes at Kyle. That guy Chuck sounds like a loser.
Probably Freddie then.
Who knows? But sorry if I don't think it truly is. But if it is someone named Derek, I appreciate you being active in the chat.
Fuck you, Derek.
Hey, no! Don't disrespect Derek. He's a beast.
So I sound like a fucking loser.
He's joking with you, probably. Don't disrespect him. He's a beast. He gave us a follow. He's a monster. Respect him.
I'm unfollow for all I care.
Don't disrespect him. He's a beast. But yeah, sorry. You were saying, Eddie?
Oh.
About Mike Davis, I believe.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that he's a solid running back. He's like nothing special, but he's a decent running back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 28. I don't know too much about him. Signed a decent deal. They lost Neal. Huge loss, I would say, in my opinion, at the strong safety spot. They lost Justin McCray to the Texans. They lost Charles Harris to the Lions. They gained safety Eric Harris. Looking at it, it's not anything. They definitely did not have a great offseason so far. I mean, you still got months left. But I don't think they had horrible pickups, in my opinion.
No, they definitely didn't. I just think they still lost.
but I think they definitely lost out. Yeah. You got anything else to add about the Falcons, Eddie?
Yeah, I mean, like, the Falcons, I think, are in rebuild mode at this point. Like, I don't think they're going to win with the core they have. Like, they've flipped their coaching staff. Like, I think they're just letting guys go. You know, they'll get some compensatory picks, help bring, like, have, like, young talent, but, like, I wouldn't expect Atlanta to go out spending money in free agency. Like, it's just kind of like a meh. They're kind of just there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally agree.
Can't forget, dude. They still got Julio. I mean,
yeah, but
they got Julio and Matt Ryan. Like, that can lead their offense if Julio stays healthy.
it didn't last year.
But their defense and special teams are just atrociously bad.
Yeah.
Now,
Calvin Ridley, I think, had a great year last year.
Someone I think they need to re-sign is Gurley. Oh,
Yeah.
no, they just signed Mike Davis. Maybe not. I don't know. Gurley hasn't signed with anyone yet.
Who the hell is TG3?
I'm not sure.
I
Why?
know his big baller cards is BBC.
Yeah, we're gonna go on to Baltimore now because I don't know. I know they lost. Yeah, they lost June. I don't know too much about Well, here's Zeitler. Eddie is on this spot.
Oh,
You're pretty sad about that. Gurley is Buns. TG3 is Todd Gurley.
Wow.
That's what he said. Yeah, Gurley was kind of bad for a little bit, but I think he's pretty decent now. So we'll start off, you guys, on the Ravens, right? You guys are on there.
yeah.
They lost Matt Judon to
Matthew Judon.
yeah, a little bit overpay, I think the Patriots did, but we'll talk about that later. But still a good signing.
Patriots need to get as much as they can get, honestly.
They lost out on Yannick. I don't even know how to say his last name.
Oh, Yannick Ngakwe. I'm trying.
Yeah, no, that was a good attempt. Very good attempt. Yeah, he's 26. I think he's pretty good though, isn't he? He's a solid D end.
Yeah, no, he played for the
I
Jaguars.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's right. He got a 2-year, 26 mil. Pretty good. Kevin Zeitler, 3 years, 23 basically. Eddie was upset about that one. It is kind of upsetting, but
He's a good center.
guard.
Or guard.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good. Tyus Bowser, do you know anything about him? Any of you guys? He stayed with them.
Don't know a ton about him, but he signed a
know.
pretty decent deal. I assume he's just one of those like solid linebackers on the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's pretty good though, honestly, because every time I watch like a game, like when the Ravens are playing Patriots or like a big game for the Ravens, like I always hear his name a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That can mean anything.
Mark Ingram they lost, but I don't think that's a big deal. They lost him to Houston. It was an interesting signing, but I don't think they really used. Well, he was hurt a good amount, but did they really implement their offense with Mark Ingram? I had him in fantasy, and I'm pretty sure I dropped him.
He didn't play like at all.
Like, yes, he was
they were
hurt,
using
but
their young running backs. Like, he didn't really play
They
much at
used
all,
Dobbins.
especially towards the end of the year.
yeah.
They started Dobbins the whole time.
Okay, yeah. But other than that, like, I don't really know the rest. If you guys know the rest of the players, let me know. I don't really know. I wonder where RG3 will go. He's kind of
I
bad,
want to
but
know what's Willie Snead doing. Anybody know?
I'm not sure.
Because he's not a bad wide receiver, honestly.
Oh,
he's a
Eddie,
good 3 wide receiver.
you're getting called a casual by Darnay Holmes.
I'm getting called a casual?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely my cousin Mike. But no, Eddie is
Fuck you,
definitely. Eddie, if anything, me and Chuck would be casuals, even though we're not. But that would be. This Chuck guy's a puss. Oh yeah, it's Mike. It's Mike.
It's Freddie. Dude.
No,
I'm telling you.
Fred doesn't talk like that. I'm just letting you know that's
Then
Mike.
how the fuck does Mike switch between everything?
He's probably got one on his phone and computer or something. It's funny. He made the Yake-Up account, Chuck. He was the Yake-Up account last stream.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know about the Jacob account or whatever.
Yeah, who is Mike? My name is Derek, damn it. Yeah. But yeah, again, I don't know much about them. Where do you think RJ3 will sign? You think he will sign at all? He's a 31-year-old quarterback. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's got a little bit left in him still.
If RG3 is
Oh,
going
shit.
anywhere, it's back to Baltimore.
Carlos Dunlap just signed with the Seahawks as we're talking. He signed back.
Really?
Yeah, 2 years, $16.6 million deal, 8.5 mil guaranteed.
That's pretty good. I doubt that will be on here. Really low,
So
yeah.
we're going to Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm on to Buffalo now.
Oh, we're on to Buffalo? Okay.
Yep, because then we've been streaming for 30 minutes. We've only gone through 4 teams.
We're gonna speed this up, I guess.
I mean, we can spend forever on it. I don't mind, but I don't know how. Mike sounds like a troll. He is a troll. He looks like a troll.
He does.
So I'll start off with who they gained. They gained Emmanuel Sanders, I didn't realize was 34. But still think that's a good one. They gained Matt Hack. He's a punter. Mitchell Trubisky. Well, I'll get into that one. Tywan Jones, Levi Wallace, Isaiah McKenzie, and Jacob Hollister. They lost Andre Roberts.
Signed back.
What?
Isaiah McKenzie signed back, and so did Levi Wallace.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, I thought you said that they got him.
Yeah, they signed with them. Andre Roberts, they lost to the Texans. John Brown, they lost to the Raiders. Quentin Jefferson, they lost to the Raiders. Tyler Kroft, they lost to the Jets. Ty Nishak? No, it's not Nishak. I don't know.
I think it's Ty Nisheki.
Nisheki.
Yeah.
Lost to the Cowgirls. Jacob Hollister, nope, he's still there. Yeah. So, that's who they lost. Emmanuel Sanders, I still think is a good signing, even though he's 34 years old. I think it's on a low deal. I don't know if it necessarily, not that it necessarily will or won't make up for John Brown, but I think they definitely didn't, downgrade. They lost John Brown, that sucked, but then they got Sanders back. I don't know if you guys would agree with that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good signing. I thought he played well when he played for the 49ers, not last year, but 2 years ago. I thought he played well there. And, Cole Beasley was their second best receiver, so they still need help at receiver. I think Emmanuel Sanders is a good, 1 year filler before you can really find someone that's a better number 2.
Yeah.
Cole Beasley's so good.
Colby, yeah, he played the whole, not the whole, good amount of the playoffs, right, with a broken leg or broken whatever he was saying. Not like a broken leg, but something with his leg. It was bad. I can't think of what it is, but it was something interesting. They lost. All right, so Mitchell Trubisky. I think this was weird that he signed with them. I wonder if they signed him on a 1 year, $2.5 million deal. Let's be honest, he's not going to be a backup. You know what I mean? He's not going to want to play a backup role.
Yeah, I thought he would want to start somewhere.
I think he would for sure, but I just don't think he wanted to go back to Chicago, and maybe this was just the best option at the moment. But
maybe he wants a chance at a chip.
Maybe, but well, if he wanted that, he would have gone to the Giants. But I wanted
yeah, right.
If he was, if thinking of possibly how the Bills would maybe think, they could get some solid trade value out of him. Honestly, you could. There are some teams who are desperate. Yeah. Well, not that makes him sound like he's a horrible quarterback. Oh, like horrible signing was the Bears with Dalton. That was bad. That's like a desperate signing.
Yeah.
But I think he can get some sort of out. They can get some sort of value out of him.
I mean, I think Mitchell Trubisky is just being used as Josh Allen runs the ball a lot. If he gets hurt, you need someone who is somewhat competent and has experience in case he gets hurt in the playoffs. You saw it with Patrick Mahomes last year. He gets hurt in the playoffs. Chad Henne comes in, fills in for a quarter, and next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl because of that. So,
So you think they wanted him to feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I can definitely see that too. I'd be kind of shocked if he ends up staying there for the whole season. I think next year he's going to try to get a bag possibly, which I thought it would have been this year. But I don't know. I definitely would say the Bills are having not a bad offseason. They did lose some. They lost Quentin Jefferson. which I think is kind of a sad loss, I guess, for them. Because he's been really solid over there.
They got Breida.
Yeah.
Running back.
Yeah, but they don't need running backs.
Yeah, I'd say for the Bills, though, their improvement's going to be through, like, what they already have on the roster. Like, their guys are just going to get better. They don't really need to add anyone.
Darnell Holmes.
Is Josh Norman going to come back?
Darnell Holmes says he agrees with you, Eddie. Insurance is key and that Danny Dimes is better. Yes, sir. I like to hear that. Danny Dimes is better. I like to hear them, Derek. Yeah.
You think Josh Norman's going to resign?
I don't know. He got embarrassed bad by yeah. I didn't realize he's 34 years old either. Jeez, he's old now.
Who was his OBJ, right? When it was
the entertaining times.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
Like to watch.
Now, Morgan Fox. Okay, now I'm on the Panthers. If you guys are cool with going on to there now.
Yeah.
One thing I don't know a lot about football, so I'm literally, except Curtis Samuel, but I'm looking at all these players. Like, I don't know who they are. Like, I'd be honest with you. So I may need your guys' help on like this one here. But starting it off before we look at them, I saw that the Panthers are pushing heavy for Watson. I don't know. I think it might have just been the 49ers and Dolphins that he said he wanted to go to, but do you think there's a good they have a chance, just like as good of a chance as the Dolphins and Niners do to get him? Or do you guys think he's going to one of those two teams?
I don't know. He wants to go somewhere where he can win. So I know that
I
Carolina.
don't know about that though. He wanted to go to the Jets.
Did he really want to go to the Jets though?
It came out he did. Now I think about it, he did. But then I think I don't know if he said it indirectly, but someone said that that's not true. So I truly don't know. I obviously yes he wants to win. But I'll let you keep going. But yeah, I don't know.
Because I feel that's the main reason. That's one of the main reasons why he wanted to get out of Houston, because they're winning fucking 4, 5, 6 games a season. That's not what he wanted.
Well, besides only last year.
I don't fucking know.
I would say Watson's not going to go to Carolina. I think if a trade were to happen, I think he would use his no trade clause and choose to stay in Houston.
Do you guys think there's a sleeper team that might just out of the blue bang Watson went here? Or do you?
I think he's going to the Dolphins. I mean, if the Dolphins get Watson, I think they're going to be have a chance for like a Patriot-esque dynasty. Like they've got the coaching, like they've developed talent.
That, dude.
I mean,
they do have really nice coaching.
I mean,
they would trade him and get some value or keep him as a backup.
No, but I don't think you can keep Tua as a back. I think it's too good.
Tua would go to Houston if the Dolphins were to get Watson, I think.
I don't really know.
Hold on, I'm just typing. Yeah.
What the hell did you see what Darnay said?
Who?
Darnay or Darnell?
Oh, yeah, I've read all the comments. What are you talking about?
Watson is the beat. He's going to wind up in jail.
Creep. Yeah.
Darnell stand.
The first one I want to talk about is Curtis Samuel. I don't really hate the football team, because even though I'm a Giants fan, but obviously I'm not rooting for them to do well just so we can win that division. But I think that's a great signing for them. They got the morale between Terry and Curtis. Sent him on a 3-year deal. He's 25. You know, I think that's a big, a sad loss for Carolina. They still got some decent receivers out there. And they gained David Moore, who's not amazing, but I guess they can get something out of it. They gained someone from the Jets, so it doesn't matter. We'll skip over that. Cameron Irving from the Cowgirls. Morgan Fox from the Panthers. They got Hassan, as we talked about, from Arizona. And then, as you were talking about, Dan Arnold. Eddie, you said that he was really nice for for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So he could be pretty decent with either, I guess. Like he could be decent with either
David Moore
teams.
too.
Yeah, David Moore. I mean, he's all right, but that's still a decent signing, I would say. Looking at it, do you guys see anything that just pops out to you?
I think Carolina had a really good free agency period. Getting Hassan Reddick, good edge rusher.
Right there.
Dan Arnold, I like that pickup at tight end. They lose Curtis Samuel, but they have Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore, and then 2 offensive linemen they signed. Like, you can always use more offensive linemen in the NFL. Like, that's such an important position. So I thought it was a good offseason for them.
Yeah, I like what's his name? God, we just said his name. I can't think. He literally just said his name. Robbie Anderson. There we go. I like Robbie Anderson a lot. I think. So that's why it was a loss, but I don't know. I think Robbie's going to have a nice year with them. If they get Deshaun, I think he will for sure. Yes, we do watch basketball. If you check our stream from Tuesday, I think it was, we talked all about the NBA trade deadline, and I'd have to look back if we got anything right. I looking back at it, I don't know if we did. I don't think any of us really said Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets. I don't know if any of us said Fournier to the Celtics. Like I don't know. We'd have to look back. Nobody said JJ to the Mavs. That was a shock.
Who switched to the Bulls?
Yeah, no one said that. We all said he was staying. So yeah, I don't know if we got any right, but still a pretty interesting one.
Depot to the Heat. You can't forget about that one.
Yeah, that one we said it was either him, that or the Knicks. I believe we said those two. But yeah, so that's it for the Panthers. Unless you guys got anything else to add, obviously. But
let's move on to Chicago.
All right. Now Chicago.
Can I please talk about this? This is horrible.
All you explain everything here. You got it.
This is straight up an F. Cutting Kyle Fuller made absolutely no sense. I don't think the Andy Dalton signing is bad as a gap quarterback, but cutting Kyle Fuller just terrible move. F. Getting Andy Dalton doesn't matter. Your team is at defense.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton buns.
I don't know. I wouldn't say Andy Dalton's buns. I don't know. It was weird. He had some definitely upsides and some downsides last year, but he kind of showed the Cowboys that they can have a little bit of faith. But then again, I think it's definitely a downgrade, obviously, from Trubisky. 7 years difference, but just looking at it, I mean, Dalton signed a 1-year, $10 million deal, and Trubisky signed a 1-year, $2.5. So were the Bears not willing to give Trubisky that $10 million or something? Makes you kind of think that's just weird. But I don't know. I would definitely say I really don't know what to give them offseason wise. I guess, did they get Damian Williams? They did. Okay. That's not bad. They re-signed Bush. Angelo Blackson, I don't really know who that is, but he doesn't look too bad. As a young D end over there. Did they actually sign Trufant though? They just don't know how much money? Is that what it is? I can't tell back there. I would think it's that. Let me look. Yeah, so that's all I got, but now I'm thinking about it. Do you guys want to go through the other teams real quick, went through, and just give them a grade? We'll just go through while we're doing it.
Yeah. I don't want to be on the Bears. Let's go to Cincinnati. Dear God,
let's
the Bears are just
go back
garbage.
We'll go to Arizona, Atlanta, Baltimore, Buffalo, Carolina, and Chicago before we go to Bengals, and we'll give them a grade.
We haven't given grades. Well, I gave the Bears an F. You want me to go through mine all quickly?
Yeah, so I'll have you go through all your teams, and then Chuck will go, and then I'll go.
So I'll give Arizona a C-. They had some good signings, but they lost a solid amount. A lot of their signings were veterans too. are their veterans going to be here within the like next 3 to 4 years? Like, no. Like, Atlanta, I mean, I would give that like a D. Like, they haven't really done much. I think they just got to start over. Baltimore just gets an F. They missed out on Juju. That really hurt. They lost
And Gallaudet.
Judon. Here, I gotta pull it back up.
And
They lost Yannick Ngakoue, who they had just traded for.
Mhm.
They got Kevin Zeitler. Like, that's a good signing, but like, it's not very good.
sorry, Eddie. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just reading the comments.
Is Darnay Homestand going off?
Yeah, I was laughing because he said my Giants, Heat, Bruins, and Indians are all gonna win it this year. And he's literally adding everyone's teams, and Mike knows that Bruins is Chuck. And he goes, life as a sports fan, North Dakota is weird. I know you don't live in North Dakota, Mike,
Giants,
but
Ben, Heat, Mike, Bruins, me and you, Indians, Kyle. What the fuck?
yeah, no, the North Dakota, yeah, must be weird if you truly are from there.
Yeah, Bills get a C+. They haven't really done a ton. Carolina, I thought they did good. I'll give them a B+. I thought they added a lot. Definitely a lot more than they lost. Like, they saying a loss was Curtis Samuel, but they already have 2 good receivers with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And
hold on.
I can do the Bengals too because I've already looked at that as well.
Cowboys signing former Falcon safety DeMonte Kazee. Oh, never mind. That's not really that big. I don't know how that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know who that is.
I thought it was gonna be good because it's like hashtag Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's funny. Eddie, I would just hold off on Cincinnati real quick.
Okay. I'm
just
so hyped for the Bengals. I'm sorry.
Chuck, you can go through yours real quick.
Arizona. I'm gonna go with a B-. Atlanta. I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with a D+. Baltimore. I'm gonna go with. Oh, it's loading. Oh, Baltimore is definitely an F. Oh, you gotta look at that one. Buffalo, I'm gonna go with a B.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, I'm gonna go with a B+. Chicago, I'm gonna go with a.
You said a B?
No, I'm gonna go with a. I'm gonna go with a C-.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yep.
I'm gonna start with Arizona. I'm gonna give them a C+ because they got JJ Watt, but they lost out on some big pieces.
Going in.
Atlanta. I haven't checked the comments. Wait 1 second. We have 7 viewers. What's up, everybody? Atlanta. They did lose out on Neal. They lost out on Mac. I'm gonna give them a C-. I'll give him a D+. I'm gonna give him a D+. Baltimore, I'm giving them an F. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of an L for them. Bills, I'm gonna give you a C. C right on the dot. You know, I think a C. Carolina, I'm gonna give them a C+ because they did get some solid pieces, but they did lose a few. And then Chicago, I don't even have to say, but that is an F. I no doubt in my mind that they already get an F. So we'll say our ratings as we go through. And so, Eddie, you were really excited about Cincinnati. You could start off if you would like.
All right, yeah. I thought that, the Bengals had a decent offseason. They got some pieces on defense. I mean, they were getting in shootouts with Joe Burrow every game, so adding some pieces on defense, like Trey Hendrickson from New Orleans. They picked up Mike Hilton from Pittsburgh. Like, they got Larry Ogunjobi, but they did lose Carl Lawson, which, hurts. They lost William Jackson to the football team. But they added a corner from Dallas, so it's okay. Like, I'd give it like a C+. Like, they lost some, but I'd say they gained a little bit more.
What are we on the Bengals?
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again. I had to charge my phone. Say the last part you were saying.
Oh, the grade?
Yeah.
Like a C+.
A C+?
Like, Yeah, they like lost some stuff, but I think they gained more. So I'd say it's like an above average like free agency.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Eddie because I don't really know anybody on this list besides AJ Green, Ojanobi, and John Ross. To be honest with you, so Trent Henderson.
Oh yeah, John Ross was I think a huge loss for them. Kind of not a huge, but I'm very happy he's a Giants fan. We got him. I'm gonna agree with both of you though. Like I don't really know too much about the Bengals. So I'm gonna give him like a C. I'll give him just like an even for me. I don't know too much. They're doing their thing. We're doing ours. So that's all I gotta say for them. Now we're gonna head to the Browns, which Eddie loved to on Madden. Make the Browns great again. I remember he loved that.
I'm gonna say it right off the bat. All I know is Ogunjobi and Cody Parkey. I don't know anybody else.
People are
John Johnson from the Rams is pretty good. That's a good.
I don't know who that is. Isn't it like John Johnson the third?
Yeah, from the Rams.
Yeah,
he's a good safety.
From Madden though.
Yeah, he signed a 3-year, about $34 million deal. That's a good pickup for them.
They got McKinley too. I think he's pretty good, a good pass rusher. And John Johnson, like when you have to compete against Patrick Mahomes, like you can always use more pass rushers and more people in the secondary.
And Kyle says that he can spell truck through the phone, and Darnell says facts. He smells like a 50-year-old cheese.
Oh my god.
For the Browns, I'm gonna give him a B-.
I'm gonna tell if this is Darnell or if it's Mike. Can you touch the damn walls?
Oh, it's obviously Mike, so he's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, go on, Eddie.
Yeah, I give the Browns like a B-. Like they lost Ogunjobi, and they re-signed Cody Park. I don't know why you re-signed him as a kicker.
He is trash.
Yeah, so I'd give it like a B-. I'd say it's actually a B. Like it's a good off season for the Browns.
Yeah. I'm looking at it, and I really didn't know they made some of these moves. They did lose out on a few people, or let them walk. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give them a B- there. I like the John Johnson signing. I like the Troy Hill signing, honestly. I don't like that they lost out on Larry. I kind of liked him. But they got McKinley. That was cool.
Larry.
What about you, Chuck? We say B-.
I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, Darnell says that you, or Darnay says you smell like beer. So, yeah, we know who it is.
So it's Mike.
It's funny though, very funny. I like that. Going on to all right. It looks like we're gonna head on to the Cowgirls here.
Oh, Mike's gonna like this one.
Yeah, they let's see, they got Lewis. They lost Dalton. Kind of, well, okay, I guess the biggest thing that we could talk about is re-signing Dak.
They overpaid on Dak, I think.
How big was the contract again?
So.
It was 4 years, $160 million. I think that's a big overpay, especially with all the guys that they're already paying, like, a lot of money. Like, they had to re-sign Dak, but they gave him too much money.
That is a lot of money, but I don't know. I feel like it's a good amount. I mean, what didn't he say? Like $300 million can't feed his family. So I mean, he took a huge pay cut according to him. But I would say it wasn't horrible. It doesn't have listed on here though.
When does Zeke become a free agent? Because
I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna stay with the Cowboys.
You don't think so?
No.
I think maybe the signing of Dak, re-signing of Dak, I should say, kind of makes them be like, oh yeah, I'll stay.
I get what you're saying, but I just don't think he's gonna stay.
I just noticed. I don't think my stream actually has the banner on it. Real quick. That's kind of a bummer.
And for the Cowboys, I'm gonna give him a D+. Like, I thought they gave Dak too much money, but
what?
Besides that, it's kind of like
I'm giving them a
okay.
B+ only because they signed my boy Keanu Neal.
I'm giving them a B-. Because, well, didn't just Tyrone Crawford retired for them today? I don't know if... I'm pretty sure he was actually pretty decent. And then they lost Dalton, which actually I think is good for them. They signed Neal, which I also think is very good for them. They got that Ty guy again. Don't want to say last name. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a B minus. Oh, Sean Lee, they don't know what's gonna happen with him. He's kind of old though.
Yeah, he is.
On to Denver.
Eddie Lacy.
What about Eddie Lacy?
He's gonna sign with the Cowboys.
Bro, I didn't know he was still in the NFL, if I'm being honest.
I did not know he was either.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
He was good, and then he just got out of shape.
Then he just
Dude,
turned into a damn plum. Yeah, dude, he's huge. He is huge.
It's like Casey Weir at fullback.
I guess, looking at them, they didn't really do too much so far, only having, 6 or whatever signing. But they lost Darby, which sucks, but they gained Fuller. So I think they make up there.
No, they got Darby.
Oh, they did sign
got
Darby.
Darby and
Oh,
Fuller.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I read that wrong.
That's a W.
So
They're
that is
lucky
definitely a
they got
W
that.
for them.
Bro, I give this an A. Like, even though they
Oh,
lost
I-
Philip
I-
Lindsay, they have Melvin Gordon. He played great for him last year, and adding those two guys in the secondary, I think is an easy A for me.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I just broke Froby.
Can you boys still hear me?
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay. Eddie,
Philip Lindsay, I think, is a little bit of a loss.
Eddie, do you think the Darby's a little bit too much? 3 years, $30 million, or?
No, I don't think that's too bad. I don't know. That really just makes the Denver defense, especially against Patrick Mahomes. You need so many guys in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's an A.
An A. We got 8 viewers. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Today? Hope you're having a
Danny
good day.
Homestand is going off in the chat though.
He
He's going
is.
insane.
He is a beast. But yeah, what do you give them, your rating wise? They lost out on Lindsay, which is a kind of a bummer, but.
I give a A minus.
A minus? Wow.
No, B plus.
What about you, Eddie?
An A.
An A? I'm gonna go with a B plus as well. I'm only giving the really good ones an A. I feel like I don't want to just keep throwing them out, that type of stuff. But yeah, I'd give them a B plus. Really good defensively. I don't think they're gonna be a good team, be honest with you, but I still think that's gonna be a decent defense over there for sure.
What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen with AJ Bouye? Because they just got Darby and Fuller. Do you think they're gonna keep Bouye, or do you think they're gonna?
I just have a
Yeah,
feeling.
that's
Was
fine.
he ever on the Jags?
Yeah, he was.
I just
think
have a
so.
feeling he's going back to Jacksonville. I don't know why. I just kind of do.
They don't need three they don't need 3 Pro Bowl material
Yeah.
cornerbacks.
Darnay says that the Broncos get an A minus for him because Drew Lock is still their quarterback.
I do like Drew Lock, honestly. I think
Drew Lock is horrible. Drew
I
Lock.
don't know if Drew Lock has anything to do with their current offseason free agent moves, but
Drew Lock is
okay.
horrible though.
he was not very good.
Now,
I think he's gonna do good.
looking at Detroit's, they lost out on Gallaudet, which woohoo for the Giants. Signed him on a nice deal. They
Lost Marvin Jones, dude.
Yep, they lost
They
Marvin
lost
Jones.
their 2 best
They
wide
lost
receivers.
Prater. They lost
Matt
Davis.
Stafford's gone.
Yeah, but they got Jared Goff, but that's still, in my opinion, that's still
Matt
a
Stafford's
downgrade.
playing golf.
They got Perriman, who's trash, but he was on a trash team, so both your co-hosts sound fat. Eddie is not fat.
What the fuck, dude?
Chuck is. Eddie's not though.
Dave Vaughn, whatever the fuck your name is.
You're getting so heated right now.
The Lions are poverty. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, they honestly are. teams like this we don't have to go too much into if you don't want, but
Casey said B-hole is actually very skinny. We hung out the other day. He needs to eat some more food.
I honestly do. I'm down to 103 pounds. I might, if Mike's watching this, I might get on those shakes you're going on, big guy. I might have to do that myself. No, but yeah, I'm gonna go with a D plus D. No, a D.
The Matthew Stafford trade again.
They got Jared Goff, and I don't know. I just know they got Jared Goff, and they may have actually gotten.
I think it was 2 firsts and a second.
Let me look up.
I'm going with an F.
Oh, I spelled Jared Goff wrong.
I'm giving them an A for the Matthew Stafford trade. They're in rebuild mode.
I said Jared Goof.
But they got like the 2 first-round picks. Yeah, but he's not gonna be there for like more than like a year.
Here it is. The Rams, Eddie. Whoa. Okay, no. The Rams received just Stafford, and the Lions got Goff. They got a 2021 third-round pick, a 2022 and 2023 first-round pick.
Okay, so they did get 2 firsts. Yeah. It's an A for that trade.
Oh yeah, they this website ranked it a B minus, but yeah. A for which team? The Rams?
No, for the Lions.
Okay.
I would give them an A for their offseason because they're in rebuild mode.
But I don't see the Rams getting. The Rams aren't going to get that good of picks in the next coming years.
Yeah.
They're gonna be late teens or early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you still get good players in the 20s. Lions has so many holes. Like they need those picks to fill those holes.
C-Shack. C-Shack just got released from the Astros.
Really? Yeah, Chuck, you may not want to look at the chat. Darnay is going off on you. He said you're a gambling alcoholic. What's next? He's going to punch a casino machine? Oh, my gosh. They're going off. We got 9 viewers. What's up, everybody? I'd appreciate the follow and commenting. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty good. That's really good. I appreciate... Yes, it is.
On 2 different, it could be on 2 different.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate the 9 viewers though. That's pretty cool. It's my highest right now. What's up, everybody?
Are we on to Green Bay now?
Yeah. Before we go to Green Bay though, I just want to let all the viewers know. Normally, I will be streaming a game, and playing either MLB, not really 2K, Cold War, but all that. But for now, we're just gonna talk about here on the PC. So feel free to stop by another time.
Oh, Green Bay. Green Bay.
Mike says it's Fred, but it's not Fred. There's just no way. There's no way Fred would have the mental capacity. That's just not the right word to use, but he cannot just sit through and watch a stream like this. I'm just telling you right now. There's no way. There's no way he can just sit through and watch this. I'd be shocked if he can.
Bro, I can't wait till we get to the Giants. I'm gonna start a home standoff so much.
I can't wait till we get to the Patriots.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Now looking at Green Bay, they got Mercedes. They got Kevin. They re-signed Kevin King, which is horrible in my opinion. He was the one that basically lost them that playoff game against, was it the Bucks? I think so.
Oh.
Man was just getting beat every time. It was bad. I guess well, you look at the offseason, free agency wise, I saw what definitely could boost their grade up in the future is the reconstructing of Aaron Rodgers' contract or whatnot is what they're doing. So I guess just extending him pretty much. That is key. You don't want to have to trade him.
How old is A-Rod? 34? 35?
Yeah, around there.
You said Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's around that age somewhere. But now just looking at him, I'm just gonna give him like a C minus. They're not really doing much. I'm gonna give him a D plus. I'm giving him a D plus.
I'm gonna give him a D for signing back Kevin King.
Wow, you guys are generous. I'm gonna give him an F.
Nah.
They lost Corey Linsley, and when you're a borderline team that has a chance to go win a Super Bowl, you have to be aggressive and go get players who can help you get over that hump. So I think they could have done so much better. For that reason, it's an F. Especially restructuring Aaron Rodgers' deal, giving him more flexibility to get free agents, and you get no one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I definitely see your point there.
Holy shit. Houston had a freaking huge free agency.
Oh, did they? Let me go on to them.
There's just so much on the list.
Jeez, yeah, there is. Let me just, before we go on here, let me look up the Knicks score. The Knicks are down by 6 with 5 minutes left. Okay. So we'll go on to the Texans. They lost Watt, lost Fuller, lost who cares what their punter. They gained their punter. They got Jordan Jenkins. They got Andre Roberts. Actually, that's pretty good. They got Christian Kirksey. They got Philip. They signed Lindsey and Ingram. That's interesting. They got Desmond King. That's actually pretty good. And then they got Joe Thomas. Okay. Did they sign Tyrod?
They signed literally like every backup.
Honestly, yeah, they really did. I keep looking at this over here. Do you think Golden Tate's gonna go to another team, or you think he's done? I think he's still got it in him and should go somewhere else. But
I'm sure he'll sign somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder if he'd go back to Seattle. I don't think he'd go back to Detroit. That'd be really weird. But
I don't know why you'd want to go back to Detroit.
Honestly.
All right. Should I do my grade for it or?
Yeah, go ahead. They're saying that the game is tied, but I mean the score right here says. Oh, the Knicks have a 3-point lead now. Yeah, just updated. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like, I should give an F. I feel like, I'm gonna give it an F. Like,
oh really?
Really pissed off your franchise quarterback. Like,
yeah,
there's
that's
some good
fair.
signings here, like Desmond King and like Phil Lindsay. But, like, you lost J.J. Watt, and, like, they've pissed, like, a lot of people
you
off.
literally lost Fuller, Watt, and basically Watson.
Yeah.
Your three main players.
I don't think I can justify giving it above an F.
I'm just going to give them an
F minus.
I'm giving them an F just because of their coaching and management. Just horrible.
Yeah.
They're like the Rockies. Right. They're not... It's bad.
Yeah.
And I'm sure... Chuck's not here, but I'm sure... he's probably in the bathroom, but I'm sure he would agree with us there.
Let's move on. I hate the Texans. Let's be done with that.
Now, the Colts, I like that they signed T.Y. today. I think that's a pretty good signing for them. They got re-signed Xavier Rhodes. They lost Brissett, but who really cares with that?
They got Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
They traded for him.
They got Wentz. They re-signed Marlon Mack. I don't like the Colts really, but I would say they've had a decent offseason so far. I'd give them a B right now.
Yeah. I would say the only thing is like the Carson Wentz trade. They didn't give a first round pick, which is definitely like a win. I think it is conditional if they would give it a first round pick, but I don't see why they wouldn't. Because if he starts all 16 games, the Eagles get a first round pick, but I would think that they would just bench him if that were to happen. So
yeah,
I'd give it a B.
A B as well.
We'll see how Carson Wentz does back with Frank Wright. So
yeah.
That'll be the big question.
Yeah,
it's
and
more of like a wait and see.
Yeah,
it's very low risk too. You're not giving up a first round pick, so
yeah. It was interesting. I hate to admit it, but it was good on Indy's part. I'm fine if anything fucks over the Eagles, so I'm hoping it does. But and I think you can agree with me there. But anything that messes with them, I'm fine with.
On to the Jaguars then.
On to the Jaguars. Honestly, I like their offseason so far. They got both the Griffins, which Kyle. They got Marvin Jones. They signed Chris. Chris Manhertz, I think it is. They got Carlos Hyde. Did they say? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of Chris Carson. Yep, Marvin Jones on there. They lost Mike Lennon, so that's good for them.
That's a huge loss. What are you talking about? That's an F right there.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, he signed with the Giants, but is his? It doesn't show the other Griffin on here, unless I went by it. The
I
other
don't
Griffin
know.
signed.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he followed his brother.
Okay.
Do they both play cornerback? I don't know. Oh, they were only drafted in 2017. Okay. Okay. Oh, I accidentally clicked on Carlos Hyde. I like Hyde. Marvin Jones, though, I think was definitely a nice pickup for them. Yeah, I didn't realize he was 31 as well. I've been looking at him this whole time, but I mean, nope.
Yeah,
Not
would be a
Marcus
good weapon for Trevor Lawrence. And
Yeah.
then, Shaquille Griffin's a good signing.
Now,
you can never have too many cornerbacks.
Yeah, honestly. Now are we counting draft as off season?
I think it's only free agents, but we can include Trevor
Because
Lawrence because we all know.
if we're including Lawrence here, I'm giving them a B plus. If
Yeah,
we're not, I'm giving them a B minus.
I think it's a B. They're getting the roster ready for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I think in the next few years, like they did when they, 2017 or whatever, or 2018, I think they can compete. I really think they do. I think what they're doing is nice. I like it over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to root for Lawrence.
They're going to need influx of talent, though.
Yeah. That's true.
Boy,
now,
Chiefs.
Kansas City, I mean, they literally signed what they needed as of right now. They got the nice offensive lineman there in Joe Tooney, I don't know what it is, Looney Tunes. They got Sammy Watkins. I don't know if he'll resign. Hopefully, but
they cut both their tackles though. They cut Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz.
I would say that was interesting.
It made no sense. I thought that was a horrible decision.
I mean, yeah. Were they the starters, or was it the backups that played in the Super Bowl?
No, they were their starters. Eric Fisher and Schwartz were both their starters. I don't know why they cut both of them. It made no sense.
Yeah, that is odd.
I'm giving the Chiefs an F. I think it was horrible. They cut both their starting tackles, and then they overpaid. Well, they paid a ton of money to a 29-year-old guard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, $80 million.
It doesn't make sense to cut both your tackles and then replace it with a guard. It's just dumb.
So you give him an F, you said?
Yeah, I thought it was horrible.
I'm gonna give him a C, just a C. I don't know. Looking at it, they haven't really lost much, which is good for them. Honestly, I think they're still gonna be able to compete. So I'm just gonna give them a straight even, C. Just what's in there. What's in there? Right. I don't know what the hell that even. What did I say? What's in there? I don't know what that means.
Moving on to the Raiders.
That's what 4 teams without Chuck. We'll see. Yeah, Raiders. We'll see when he gets back.
Chuck would just come back and we've finished at this point.
We literally finished the stream.
We're rapid fire and bam, bam, bam.
Yep. Exactly.
This one's actually an interesting one though.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You start off on it.
Yeah, no, getting Yannick Ngakoue was good. They lost McKinley though, so I mean, I think that's they lost Aguilar, got Kenyon Drake. Nothing. They got John Brown. I'm not too familiar with him, but I think he was decent in Buffalo.
Yeah, he was.
They retained. It seems like they retained who they need to keep, and Marcus Mariota took a pay cut to stay. So I think that was definitely a win for the Raiders, keeping him as a backup, because having a great backup is always a good thing. Never know when your guy's gonna go down, but I give it a C plus. It's an above average. Getting Yannick Ngakoue was pretty good. Kenyon Drake, pretty good pickup.
Yeah.
Because they really need a receiving back to help with Josh Jacobs, but
your back, Chuck?
Didn't really do anything special. So
yeah, I could hear you guys the whole time. I wasn't talking. I was in the kitchen making my steak.
Okay. Well, we're on the Raiders, so whenever you get the chance.
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think I could have explained it any better. I agree with everything that he said, which may sound like a casual thing, but no, I do. What did you give them, Eddie? What did you?
C plus, and Darnay Homestead wants to skip to the Giants, so I'm cool with that. And then going back in order.
No, we can just keep in order. Fuck that guy.
Nah, I think we want to do it. I've got some takes for him that he's gonna love.
All right, yeah, we'll do that in a second. I'm gonna give them a C plus. I'll give them a C plus. What about you, Chuck? I hope the Raiders do well. I'll always root for them.
I'll give them a C plus with you, Ben.
All right, that's pretty good. And now we're on the Giants.
This was gonna be a fun one.
So Eddie, I can tell you're very excited for this.
Yeah.
Release. It's up to you. Yep, go ahead.
All right. So Kenny Gallaudet, that's a great signing. Having a good number one receiver. Adoree Jackson, fantastic signing. Besides James Bradbury, we really had a gap in our corner play. Like Darnay Holmes and Isaac Yiadom really aren't made for like number two corners. So we needed a good number two corner. Like Darnay Holmes and Yiadom can like fit in at a 3, but definitely not a number 2. Zeitler was not a great move, but we do have Will Hernandez who could fit in. And then Dalvin Tomlinson, we lose him, but we have B.J. Hill. So even though we lost these two, we have replacements. Kyle Rudolph, we need a tight end who can actually catch. So
what do you mean? Evan Ingram's a beast. No. That man can catch anything.
Well, I love Evan Ingram.
John Ross, really great signing, low risk. He could have extremely high potential though. And Mike Glennon is Mike Glennon's the worst Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's still better than Colt McCoy. Like, Colt McCoy's just going to throw 3 picks. Mike Glennon has a chance to at least throw, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Before you talk, Darnay has something to tell you guys.
I figured he would be pissed off.
No, he's got something to tell Chuck specifically. It says, fuck you, Chuck. and it says, Darnay Holmes, Super MVP. He was misused. He's a nickel corner, and it said Derek can go eat a dick. So I think Mike or Fred, whoever it is, I'm pretty sure it's Mike, thought they were on the right account saying it. So you were just caught in 4K. Just caught in 4K. But anyways, yeah, keep going, Eddie. I'm sorry. I just thought that was no much needed to speak on.
See, I just want to say to the Darnay Holmes stand that Darnay Holmes is trash, and I'm literally just saying that to upset you. And the Giants had a good offseason. I'm going to give them an A.
An A, yeah. Looking at all, I mean, I couldn't have said anything better. I'm so happy with Gallaudet. I was not expecting him that he was on our radar. I really didn't. I just flew over my head. Or Adoree Jackson, I'm very happy about. Zeitler, sad. Tomlinson, sad. We re-signed. Why the hell can I not think? Leonard Williams, there we go. On the good deal. We signed Kyle Rudolph, yeah, Booker. I'm John Ross, very happy about that. I might be a little biased here. Glennon, I was not happy about. I might be honest here. I'm gonna be biased and give us an A. I'm gonna do it. I'm giving us the first A of, and I'm sure the Jets I'll give an A too. Psych, but no, I'm gonna give the Giants an A there.
I'm gonna give the Giants an A. And I hate the fucking Giants, but
yeah,
just a good offseason.
Derek Flenderson, huh? I like the name. I don't want to disrespect your name.
To go eat a dick.
That
was big.
He goes to North Dakota State, right?
Yeah, he does, and he's got class at 10:00 at night, which I'm sure is possible. I'm sure people maybe add that, but
probably if he goes to North Dakota, then it's a different time zone. So.
True. What is it like? What is it like? 8:00?
Now, since we're going to the Patriots.
No, we don't think of the Patriots. We'll go to the Chargers.
No, that was just for Darnay.
That was just for Darnay.
And this is for
yeah.
me.
We have to
Look at Chuck. There's only 4 more, and then you're up. We'll do a speed round.
I don't give a damn.
4 more, and you're up.
Right.
He goes, I don't give a damn.
Let's do it.
Charles and Derek can go eat dicks. Okay. Enjoy your class. Enjoy your class. We got 7 viewers. What's up, everybody? What is up? So we're here with the Chargers. They lost out on Hunter Henry. They gained Jared Cook though. I mean, not like that. It's like whoa, but I guess they got their tight end there that they wanted. Looking through it, I don't know. They didn't really gain too much. They lost Tyrod Taylor. what do you got? What do you guys got to say about it? I mean, looking at it, nothing special in my book. Hunter Henry losing that kind of stuff.
Hunter Henry
a good
was
offseason. Because they got Corey Linsley and the right tackle from Pittsburgh. Like, they needed O-line help, so I think that was huge right there. You got to protect your young quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They do got Sherbert over there.
I got Jay Herbo.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
I love Herbert.
I'm good. You know, I'm gonna give him like. I'm giving him a C plus. Again, that's not bad. Like giving him a C plus is not bad. It's above average. So like I'm gonna say that they did pretty well. They got the spots. They got the spots they wanted. So I'll give him a C plus.
I'm giving them an A.
An A. Wow.
Yeah, only because they went Hunter Henry to the Patriots.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go with the B minus. Like, even though they lost Hunter Henry, they have Jared Cook as a 1-year replacement. Like, I think the line help is a lot more important. Hunter Henry has had like injury issues. Like,
yeah, but
it's not ideal that
when you compare
he's
Jared
gone,
Cook
but
and Hunter Henry, it's not even close.
But looking at it though, we'll talk about later the Patriots, but they may have overpaid him a decent amount.
I don't give a damn. Patriots got
Go ahead.
They also did get Kyle Frackle from the Giants, outside linebacker. I think he's like a solid, pass rusher. So I like that signing too.
Yeah.
Good depth.
See, good thing we have Eddie here because he knows a lot more about the players. Chuck and I would have no idea.
Oh no, I definitely don't know much about football here.
All right. On to the Rams, who they signed Deshaun Jackson. I kind of like that signing. I'd like to see him back. As long as he's not in Philly, I'm cool with it. Lost out on John Johnson. Lost out on Sampson. Lost Troy Hill. Lost Morgan Fox. Lost Everett. Literally the only signing they made this year was Deshaun Jackson. And they got Matthew Stafford out of it and lost Jared Goff and 2 first-round picks. I'm giving them a D plus just because they got Stafford. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's a good. Like, that's good, but I don't know.
I'm gonna go with a C minus.
A C minus.
It's not a bad signing.
I'm gonna go with a D plus. I mean, Matthew Stafford's good, but they've lost a lot of things.
Yeah, just looking at, couldn't believe like they really only have signed Deshaun Jackson. I mean, still, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty early, right? Didn't free agency just start like end of February? So, it's only been about a month. So,
although I'd say a lot of the big names are gone, but
oh yeah, for
the Rams
sure.
still have their core of players there. Like that, John Johnson is a big loss though at safety. They're gonna need to find a replacement, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The Dolphins.
Yeah, under the Dolphins. I'm looking.
Kyle Van Noy back to New England.
Yeah.
Love that.
I definitely like their signing of Will Fuller, for sure.
Yeah, that was big. Even though he was suspended for the first game.
Interesting that they signed Jacoby Brissett. So I wonder if they're really banking. I guess what their options are is if they don't get Deshaun, then there's your backup Jacoby, and you got Tua, your starter. Or anything could happen. They didn't start Tua that often. I don't remember. Or they like to have Fitzgerald there as a backup, whatever.
Magic.
Yeah, but then again, if they do trade for Watson, they could either have Tua or Jacoby as a backup, and ideally they would probably want to keep Jacoby and get trade value on Tua. So that's kind of interesting. I don't mind that.
Oh yeah, I forgot Fitzmagic went to the Redskins or the football team.
Yeah.
Whoa! Don't say that.
Yeah, whoa, Chuck.
Don't be racist.
Honestly, oh my gosh, Chuck.
Yeah, so insensitive, man.
So insensitive.
Yep.
Just not cool. Just not cool, Chuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
Bangkok all game.
Cutting Van Noy was interesting. I don't know how dire their cap situation was, but they got Adam Butler too. Like that replaces Gachao. So
I hated that trade. Or I hated that signing right there.
It's a good replacement. And Jacoby Brissett's interesting. I wonder if they're gonna use him like Fitzpatrick, where if Tua's just having a bad game, they're gonna pull him for like a solid veteran QB who's gonna give you a decent game, and he's just not going to turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta say is that Miami give a lot to New England.
Ted
Karras, they gave him Dave on, Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, they did.
That's three pretty good players right there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even see Fitzpatrick's name on the list. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give him a C plus.
I'm gonna give him an A plus.
A plus.
Yep.
A plus.
For Miami?
Yeah.
Are you smoking? Are you high right now?
No. Great choice cutting Van Noy.
Oh my gosh! You're only giving them that because of that.
God.
Oh my god!
I give Miami a B.
I'll give him
the
a
Will
C
Fuller
minus.
signing is good.
No, a C.
I was gonna say, I was like, why would you be giving an A plus? Like, and now I get it. Why you would give just because you got Van Noy? I'm telling you, bro. I don't think he's gonna be that great. I just don't.
Dude,
I don't have faith in it.
Only reason why I brought it down is because Adam Butler, we lost him. But.
Well, we're on to the Vikings. Just one more team, and then we got the cheaters.
My third favorite team is up on the board right now.
The Giants?
No, Minnesota Vikings.
Why the Vikings?
I don't know. My cousin likes the Vikings. I have a hat, and I like their colors.
I guess that's fair.
I used to love Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
I still do like him.
Is he still with the Lions? Or no, did he get traded? The football team or something? No, he got traded from the football team.
I don't know.
Maybe he's a free agent? I don't know. I feel like I should know what team right now. Anyways, we'll start off a great signing in Tomlinson. I know I'm pretty sad to see that go. They lost Rudolph. Thank you. They signed Pat P on a 1-year, $8 million deal. I think that's pretty cool. And that's about it so far for them. They're two, they really helped there on defense. Lost out a little bit on offense. Just a tad. Not really too much. But
they also lost Anthony Harris, who started all 16 games for him last year. So
they lost him to the Eagles. That definitely hurts. Yep. I'm gonna give him a C plus.
Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I don't know why I was looking at that. Like his last name.
He was good for like 1 year, and he kind of shit.
I'm gonna give him a C plus.
I'm gonna give him a C.
I like their two moves.
Also.
I like their two moves with Tomlinson and Pat, but that's about it for now.
It's a very average offseason.
But then they lost those two moves right there, kind of, with Kyle Rudolph and Riley Reid.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll skip over the Patriots. We're on the Saints now.
Yeah, time to go to the bad boys. Joe Thuney. I'm gonna start this off. Joe Thuney, hate it. Love Joe Thuney. Matt Judon, loved it. Jonathan Smith, loved it. Hunter Henry, loved it. Don't really know who the hell Jalen Mills is. Nelson Aguilar, loved it. David Andrews, loved the re-signing. Dave Vaughn, don't know who the hell that is. Kevin Bourne, loved it. Kyle Van Noy, loved it. Adam Moore hated it.
Charles, did you say you loved the Joe Thuney move?
No, he hated it.
I hated it.
Oh, I thought you said you loved it. I was very confused for a second.
No, I said I loved Joe Thuney. Corey Davis, don't really know who the hell that is. I skipped over Henry Anderson.
Oh, I thought for a second you just said Corey Davis. Casey says this Eddie guy knows a lot about football, and Kyle said that Chuck guy smells like so damn bad.
Oh my god. Anyway, Ted Karras, however how you say his name. I like it. I'm not gonna say I love it.
Oh shit.
I like it.
Oh shit.
What the hell are you interrupting me about now?
Oh, he's right. I can smell your dumb ass. No, I'm just kidding.
You started. That's all.
I'm playing. Oh, you would have heard it. I'm like,
Nick Folk. I really don't like Nick Folk, but we'll go with it. Lawrence Guy. I like that we re-signed him. I hope we re-signed McCourty. I love Rex Burkhead.
You guys re-signed White.
Yeah, I know that. I said that.
Did you guys? You didn't resign. Yeah, no.
I like Marquise. I like Marquise Lee. I thought we signed him, didn't we? Or did we cut him?
I don't know.
No, but that's all I got to say on the Patriots.
I don't like the Patriots,
I'm giving them a B+ on the Patriots, and I'm gonna go and check on my steak up here back.
I'm giving them an F.
Wow, I'm surprised. You ready to hear what I have to say? I may as well say it while Chuck's not here. But losing like Joe Thuney hurts, but it seems like Bill Belichick always has a replacement. Getting Matt Judon, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, like they're all fantastic signings.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Mills. I think Patrick Chung retired. I'm not positive of that, but I think he retired, so
I
that's
can check
a good
it out.
replacement. You know, he's pretty young.
He. I think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to read fast. I think he may have.
Like Nelson Aguilar, he played good for Las Vegas. Like he seems like I don't know. He seems really motivated after he
did
played
fire.
Not good with the Eagles.
Yeah. Couldn't catch a damn ball.
David Gotcha, that's a good signing. Kendrick Bourne, Kyle Van Noy, like they've added so many pieces on defense. Like they have so many more playmakers now. Like I'm giving him an A+. Like this is a really great off season for the Patriots. Like
I'm gonna give him a B-. I don't think the Aguilar signing is that great. He definitely overpaid for something was worse than like half the receivers out in free agency right now. They got significantly less money. But other than that,
I think the thing is too, like this year, you have to remember that the cap is a lot lower. A lot of guys have gotten cut. Like the Patriots have gotten these guys on team-friendly deals that don't have a lot of guaranteed money. And, like, the Patriots are like, this is the money that is possible in this free agency pool. You better take it now or it's going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, even though, like, some of these deals, like, a lot of people are saying, like, you know, they overpaid, but there's not a lot of guaranteed money. And I think it's really good, like, especially with, if you think about the Patriots had the most people that opted out. So
I gotta go.
Yeah. What?
I gotta go, boys. My steak's done.
Oh. You're gonna leave early?
It's alright, Ben. We'll finish this out. We got this.
All right. I do like what I hear from Eddie. A+. I like that. Patrick Chung did retire. Yes, that is a fact. Kind of sad about it. He has to focus on his family and his personal life. But besides that.
Cahill, I like that. Shout out to yourself. I think it's funny.
What?
Something's in the chat. All right, yeah, I'm gonna stick with a B- for the Patriots.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
All right, yeah, see ya. I mean, they lost no one, like for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, they lost like Joe Thuney, but like it feels like the Patriots always have guys that they've coached up on that offensive line, so I don't think it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do this season.
It would be.
If they
It will be.
stick with Cam Newton. I wonder how his health was like, because they re-signed to like a $14 million deal. I wonder if his shoulder wasn't 100% last year.
Yeah. I like Newton. I don't like the Patriots, so I'm always going to root against them.
I mean, if Cam Newton struggles, though, I would expect New England to make a move for a quarterback.
Yeah. Maybe something in the draft.
All right, where are we? New Orleans?
Yeah. I'm looking. They lost Hendrickson. They lost Rankins. Hardy. They lost Jared Cook. They lost Sanders. They lost Anzalone. They lost Josh Hill. They lost Jenkins, but they re-signed Winston, and then they re-signed. Why can't I think of his name? Taysom Hill to like a huge contract, right?
That contract it's like voidable, or it's very confusing, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it sounds like he's not going to get a fraction of the money he actually got in that deal.
Really?
Why they allowed it to be so confusing upsets me. I really want to give him an F just because the Taysom Hill deal makes no sense, but I'm going to give him a C-.
Are we keeping in fact that Drew Brees retired too? Because that's kind of a big loss for them too.
I mean, that man had a wet noodle for an arm last year.
Yeah, facts.
I'm going to give him a C-. All the moves that they could have made, like, they've kept their core intact. I assume they're now below the cap. But they've got like one more chance to really try to make a run at it, and we'll see. But like they really haven't, they can't make any moves, and they haven't lost a ton. So I think a C- is fair.
Yeah. Nib Poop, which is Casey, says this Eddie guy sometimes he believes that when he's playing basketball with you, he forgets that you're Eddie. He thinks you're Dwayne Wade. I'm sorry. Did you say their grade?
Wade was white, but yeah, C-.
C-. Okay. I'm gonna give him a D+. I don't know. It's interesting.
I think...
They're gonna be an interesting team for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do next year, and who wins that quarterback competition.
Honestly, yeah. I think it's gonna be Winston. What about you?
I think it would probably Jameis Winston, but I think the reason they started Taysom Hill is because they like legitimately want to give him a fair chance because they already have tape on Jameis. They've got like 4 years, so
yeah.
I think they wanted tape on Taysom. So I'm thinking they're leaning towards Jameis, but we'll see. Taysom Hill could put a ton of work in the off season and really end up playing well.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, worst comes to worst, push comes to shove, is if he doesn't play or win out that quarterback spot, he can literally play everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Winston can't, he's fat. But well, not fat, but he can't play anywhere else. But yeah. he'll like it definitely can. And now we're on to the New Jersey Nets. Now we're on to the New York Jets here. I want to just skip them and say F, but that's not fair.
I mean, they lost
because...
Joe Flacco, so that might actually have to be how dare they lose Joe Flacco.
Honestly, but what's making it so I don't give them an F is their Corey Davis signing. I hate to say it, I truly do, but I like that signing a lot.
Good signing.
I think Corey Davis is a beast.
I mean, they need a good playmaker. They lost Robbie Anderson, so to get like a good like 26-year-old receiver, like I believe he had a 1,000-yard year last year too, and he was alongside like AJ Brown. So it's like
he had.
What can you do as the number one?
Yeah, honestly, last year he had 984 receiving yards, 16 shy. That's still impressive. Yeah.
And then I like Carl Lawson from Cincinnati too. I think that's also a good signing.
That was a good one as well.
Sheldon Rankins, like he's a solid defensive tackle, a good piece.
Justin Hardy was decent too.
They lost their guard, but I don't know how great he was. He went to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It's always very hard on offensive linemen unless they're like all pros. You don't really know a lot about them.
Yeah.
There's not really good stats to tell, but
yeah,
they did lose him. Like, could that hurt him? I don't know. Guard's not the biggest position. Like, you really have to worry if you lose your tackles.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say overall, I'd give the offseason for the Jets like a B so far. We'll see what they do in the draft.
Now,
that's really going to make it break their offseason is what they do in the draft.
Now, are you going to... You said last season, coming into the season, so that would mean they tally 2 right now. They have 3 left. You said that they would get 5 wins in the next 5 years. That means there's 4 years left and they're going to have 3 wins. Do you still stick with that? I stick with it 110%.
Depends what they do in the draft. Oh man.
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna give him just a C. The Corey Davis put them out of the D side for me, and Carl Lawson. But yeah, pretty good for them.
All right, we're going to the Eagles now. This one's gonna be interesting.
I
don't know if you want to talk about it first, but.
Looking at it, I'm gonna give him an A+ because they fired Doug Peterson. I hate that man, but I truly I'm giving them an F. I don't care what anyone says. I'm giving them an F.
I mean, the Eagles have just every move they make, they need to rebuild. They need to straight blow it up. They didn't really acquire anyone. I mean, they got Anthony Harris, like, he's a veteran safety, like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their team is old, they're paying a lot of veterans a lot of money. They can't really make any moves. Like, they got Joe Flacco. I guess he'll be a solid mentor, and they'll have a backup quarterback that can actually like play football, unlike Nate Sudfeld. He's horrible. But the Carson Wentz trade was probably the best thing about their offseason is offloading that contract and getting a second-round pick.
Yeah.
For it, but I don't know. See, they can't make any moves.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles' offseason really depends on what they do in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of these teams, they have to have a good draft, have a good offseason. Like I said, the Eagles, I think at this point need to accept that they're not going to be a contender. They need to blow it up and rebuild. Yeah,
I think they really truly think that they can compete, and they're trying so hard, and just doesn't work out.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Jalen Hurts, though. I thought he showed enough that I think you don't draft a quarterback.
Yeah, he should be the QB1. I like Hurts.
I thought he played well last year. Like, he had a good game in New Orleans. And when he played against the football team, like, he has nothing around him. Like, they benched pretty much everyone. Like, even though he didn't have an accurate game, like, I thought he played really well, and he made the most of what he was given. Like, I feel like that's the type of guy Jalen Hurts is. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if he's the guy, but he could surely make the most of a bad situation, unlike Carson Wentz, who just crumbled.
Now, if Andy Dalton...
things weren't around him.
Yeah, exactly. He just crumbles. Now, if Andy Dalton could be a QB1, I think Hurts should be a QB1 anywhere. That's
true.
It's one of those, like,
he does sell jerseys, too, so I think Philly starting him makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm the type of person who has the type of philosophy that, don't get that quarterback straight away. Build your team up first before you get that QB, or you're going to have a Joe Burrow or Andrew Luck situation where they get hurt. And then all of a sudden, that big investment you made,
doesn't pay
you're
out.
not getting as much out of it as you should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it, actually.
Retired.
Yeah. I would love him to come to New York. I love Danny Dimes so much, but I'm just saying, like, that'd be cool.
On to the Steelers stuff?
On to the Steelers, yeah. Lost out on Bud Dupree. Lost out on Hilton. Lost out on Feeler. But they did, which completely shocked me, re-signing Juju on a 1-year, $8 million deal. One, he was saying the whole thing is he's not coming back. No, he's going somewhere else. So you're expecting him to get like a 4-year contract, good money. Truly, I was. Like Corey Davis, what he was getting, like something like that. The man signed a 1-year, $8. Clearly, he took a pay cut. Clearly, there must be something going on there that they truly think. I mean, worst 11-0 team of all time or 13-0, I don't remember which. But I think they truly think that they got something special there. Maybe defensively, but
I don't know. I don't think the money was there. This year has been a year where the money went away very quickly. There were a lot of cuts because the cap went down. So, Juju signing a 1-year deal makes sense for him. Not a lot of teams are giving out those big long-term contracts. Like, but losing Bud Dupree really hurts the Steelers. Tennessee gave him big money. Hilton at corner hurts. Their core is still there, but I honestly think the biggest thing that hurts them is keeping Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He just didn't look good last year. Their offense was not good.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a D. They just didn't have a good offseason. Didn't make any, huge moves. And I honestly think they need to move on from Big Ben. I think his time is up. He's not going to win you another Super Bowl in that AFC.
Yeah. I think definitely this should be his last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a D+ just for signing Juju. I like Juju. I think he's still a good receiver. I'm just happy he didn't go to the Jets. But
I think Corvette's a negative, man.
Yeah, it is. It kind of is. It definitely puts a target on his back like it was all season, for sure. But just...
that meme was so funny.
It really was. But just that Claypool and Juju connection. They're more than just friends. They got that brothership there. Like, I don't know. I think there's something special is gonna happen for those two this year. Unless Claypool proves that his season was a bust, but I'd be kind of shocked if he does. I don't think he's gonna like be this amazing receiver right off the bat. Like, he kind of was doing amazing, but and Juju are very young. Juju's 25. I don't know how old Claypool is. I'm assuming early 20s as well. So I got to give it a D+ to them there.
On to the 49ers now?
Yes. On to the Niners.
Did you see this Trent Williams deal? Like, this has to be avoidable. There's no way.
Holy shit. I didn't realize he got $138 million.
I'm looking at that deal, and I'm just instantly thinking, F. That's a 6-year deal.
6 year, he'll be almost 40.
For a 33-year-old left tackle, I think that is just a horrible deal. Like, I don't know, because the Taysom Hill deal is, like, really confusing. I don't know if it's like that. I hope to God it is. I mean, Alex Mack is, like, a good addition, but they lose Kendrick Bourne. That kind of hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they had more people in free agency, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I thought I haven't heard too much about him just because there's a lot of teams obviously I haven't heard too much about. But I mean, it's not like we're not disrespecting Williams, but it's just the contract is just a little too much.
That deal is ridiculous. When you have guys that are like 33 years old, there's no guarantee that they're even going to play the next year, let alone continue to play at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, an injury could instantly ruin, like, and then you're stuck with that that's a bad deal.
Yeah, like, for example, like Luell Dang and stuff like that. Like, just and bring over to baseball a little bit. I'm really mad I can't think of the name right now, but someone from the Mets, like 30 years ago, whatever, signed a contract, and he's still going to be paid. Wow. He's still being paid like $5 million a year, or $3 million a year from the Mets until the end of his last year is the end of Tatis's contract, and Tatis just signed a 14-year, $340 million deal. So,
or can I sign this contract? This sounds like a fantastic contract.
Exactly, it really does. I don't know what's happening there, but it has nothing to do. But still, I think he's doing amazing. But I guess another piece that we haven't really thought about, maybe you have, but Richard Sherman. I don't think he's coming back to the Niners. That's kind of a sad loss for them.
I mean, he's getting up there though. Like,
he is at 33.
Those older corners, like, if they get matched up with a speedster, like, they're just getting toasted. Yeah,
that is true.
I don't know. I think Solomon Thomas, like, he was a solid pass rusher for the Niners. They lost him. They lost Tevin Coleman. He's on the Jets now. I mean, Alex Mack, I think that's a good pickup, but overall, I'd give it like a D-. It's not great.
I agree.
49ers.
I'm giving the same.
They're going to be a make or break on the draft and what they do there. And if they can get New England to give up a bunch of picks for Jimmy G.
Yeah. You said Watson for Jimmy?
No,
who'd
just
you say?
See if
they can just get anything for Jimmy.
If Jimmy G goes to New England, see if Bill will give out like 3 first-round picks for Jimmy G.
That would be insane. I have a feeling, though, if they get Watson, though, that just changes this whole thing around for sure. I'd go right to the Bees for me.
Yeah, I think, well, if you get Watson, I think you automatically go to an A+. Give him like what is he, like, I want to say 26? He's an all-star.
Something like that.
I mean, he's a pro ball, like, all-pro quarterback in his prime. Like, you saw what he did in Houston with a
Yeah, he's 25.
Imagine what he could do with that, 49ers team. That's
facts.
Very good. I mean,
that is
49ers
true.
also got screwed over by injuries last year as well.
Yeah, they did. Their entire defense just got obliterated.
Are we on to Seattle now?
Yeah. They lost out on both the Griffins. Losing
Shaquille Griffin hurts their secondary.
Oh, yeah. They got Kerry Hyder, though. They signed Chris Carson back. They just signed Carlos Dunlap. As we were recording. Did I say Chris Carson, not Carlos Hyde. They gained Everett, lost Moore, lost Hyde. You know, I would say they're having a decent offseason, but the whole Russell Wilson thing is just a huge distraction right now and kind of putting bad, clouds over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a clash between Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll. It seems like Pete Carroll doesn't really want to adapt.
If I'm the Seahawks, I'm saying, all right, I see you guys are not not clashing. See you later, Carroll. You're old as shit. Like, you're not going to the new ways. He's not it anymore. He's just not,
I think moving on from Pete Carroll, I think he just fails to adapt. That's the biggest thing in the NFL.
Yeah, and that's what you need and just life in general,
Yeah, you have to be able to constantly adapt. And we saw it last year. Russ had a great start to the year, and teams catch on to what you're doing and what your game plan is. And if they catch on, like, Russ looked horrible at the end of the year. He looked like he was like a Mike Glennon level quarterback.
Yeah. It's kind of it's very similar to the whole situation with, big men in the NBA. Like, look at some players that just completely fell off because of not adapting to the new NBA of shooting threes. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. I truly think they get a new coach that Wilson likes a lot. I think he's staying there his whole career. I think it's a no-brainer. I don't think it's him clashing with teammates. I'm sure there's maybe some teams he doesn't like, but I'm sure he loves like most of them, or is friends with them. You don't see him clashing with DK. You don't see him clashing with other players. It's just the coaching and everyone. I mean, what was his name? Was it Earl Thomas? Was he ever with them? No, it was.
Earl
he was.
Thomas was
flipped
Seattle.
Off Pete Carroll. They don't like Pete Carroll.
I don't think it was Pete Carroll. I think it was just because he didn't get paid. He was upset.
Who was the one that got carted off and flipped off Pete Carroll?
That was Earl Thomas. I don't think he flipped off Pete Carroll. I think that was ownership.
Okay, but still, it's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna give them a C plus because it's just pretty even. The losing of both Griffins sucks, but
yeah, I want to double check, make sure that I'm right on the Chiefs' offensive line information of them cutting both of their starting tackles.
I think you are right on that.
Yeah, tackles Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. If I'm Seattle, I'm picking both of them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they need get better on the offensive line.
Yeah.
I'm signing both of them. It is a no-brainer move. If they sign both those tackles and with the additions, I'm giving them an A+.
Yeah.
It mind boggles me that no one has picked up either of those tackles yet that I know of.
I wonder if just the money situation.
I think if you're Seattle, do you want to make another run? You're gonna have to spend big money to make a run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look at that division is getting it way better.
That division is the best division.
And with possibly Watson coming in. I don't know. You're kind of disrespecting the NFC East.
They're the best division in football if you take away every other division in football.
Honestly.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, I'd give it a C-, but I'm going to drop it down to a D+, just because you've upset your franchise guy at QB. Like QBs are there for 20 years now. That's 20, you're risking 20 years of winning football.
Yeah.
For ego and being unwilling to adapt.
Yep. Exactly.
On to Tampa Bay now?
Yeah. They re-signed Barrett, Suckup, Sue, Gronk, Raheem, Minter, Wells. They reconstructed Brady's contract. I don't think it needs to be said. I'm giving him an A+.
Didn't they sign Tom Brady to an extension too?
Yeah. They reconstructed his contract, and I think it's in 2023 is when he will be a free agent.
The fact that they gave him
end of 2022
3-year extension is crazy. I swear to God, that man is never gonna retire. He's gonna play till the day he dies.
And it sucks. It sucks, but it's all right. Eli's his father, so we at least got that.
Oh my! It's still crazy. I don't know. I think they should bring Leonard Fournette back.
I agree with you.
I don't know if they
And
need
Antonio
Brown, but
I think in Seattle, they've been him and Russ has been recruiting him. So if I'm Seattle, going back to Seattle, if I'm Seattle, I'm seeing, oh, this is someone Wilson wants. We want him to stay here. We will sign Antonio Brown, and he doesn't need a big deal. He needs like a 1 year, 2-3 mil. Like he'll play on that.
If Seattle gets Antonio Brown, though, they've got a lot of weapons with Metcalf, Lockett, and Antonio Brown. That's a really great receiving core.
It is, and you got the quarterback like Wilson. Like I mean, that's going to be
great. You got
great.
the quarterback. You have a running game. You just have no old line. Like that's their biggest weakness on offense, and their defense is solid.
Mm-hmm.
They came around towards the end of the year. Like that team is an offensive line away from being a really great team.
Yeah, it is. Now
Tennessee now.
What do you give the Buccaneers grading wise?
Oh, I'm giving like a B+. They had a good offseason, but like nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
I think you still got to bring Leonard Fournette back too.
Yeah, I agree. Now I guess if you want to start off with Tennessee, you could start off with the next two for us, the final two.
All right, Tennessee. They got Bud Dupree. I mean, they really need pass rush up. Their pass rush was horrible last year. But they lose Jonnu Smith, Adoree Jackson, Corey Davis, Malcolm Butler, Desmond King. They lost him too. I'm trying to think who else they lost. I think that's it for who they. And they lost that offensive tackle they drafted last year in the first round. He was an absolute bust. Miami ended up cutting him after the Miami traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
they gained Janoris Jenkins.
They signed Janoris Jenkins?
Yeah, I think so.
It says
he went from New Orleans to Tennessee.
Oh yes, I do see that.
But it doesn't say years, and I'm sure they're just kind of working it out, I guess.
Yeah, he probably hasn't signed the deal yet officially, but.
I wonder.
This is an F.
I wonder what Clowney's gonna do.
Was he on Tennessee too?
Yeah.
He hasn't. I think he'll come back to Tennessee again. Maybe he goes back to Seattle. I think he wants to compete. He's not getting a big money deal with COVID, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give him an F as well.
They just lost so much. They did not gain nearly enough to compensate for. They lost two of their top corners.
Mm-hmm. They lost so much defense.
Horrible offseason.
Yeah.
But what a great way to end it, though, with the Washington football team. We're not going to say their old name, but
yeah, we're not sure.
They already get an F for saying that they would keep the football team as their permanent name.
That is whack. That is so whack.
That upset me. That's beyond ridiculous. But if you look at it, they got William Jackson. I mean, he's a solid corner out of Cincinnati. I like the signing. Curtis Samuel, great signing. They need another weapon for Fitzmagic that they also got. They lose Darby.
They re-signed Lamar Miller.
I didn't even know he was on the roster.
I did not either.
They lost Ryan Anderson. I think he's like a solid player. I thought that was a good pickup for the Giants.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned that earlier. They lost Fabian Moreau. I thought he was a decent corner for Washington.
We lost Mayo. That makes me sad.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a Jenkins deal.
That's insane. Yeah, Washington, they lost a couple guys at corner. That's going to hurt them, but, Curtis Samuel is a good signing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that's dependent on the draft, but I'm going to give them a C+. They had a...
Yeah, I'm going to give them a C+.
But, I don't think it's been too bad for them.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing special, but really not the worst. Just straight medium,
Yeah, I think the Curtis Samuel signing is good enough to get them in the positive.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny. I'm looking at all the free agents, and Trent Williams at the top for most money, $138 million. That's insane.
Yeah.
Galladay's number 4. Now, that was all of, just going all over everything and grading it. Now, before we end here, how long has it been? It's almost been 2 hours. We're
Like
approaching
2
2 hours and 5 minutes. Like, in 5 minutes will be 2 hours, that's successful. It's very good. What?
When you post this on YouTube, you're gonna get a lot of ad revenue.
Yeah.
YouTube's
It's
gonna
just
love this.
it's just unfortunate. You need 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours, but we'll get there one day.
I mean, with like 2 hours, like you've had a solid amount of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
have
just
the
I
stream
can't.
pulled up, so
The thing is, I can't get ads on my video until I have the 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours. But once I do, I'll be putting it right on there.
I just like making the ad jokes for the memes.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be like those YouTubers that, they have a.
They have the black box to extend it to 10 minutes.
Yeah, they got like, I don't know, a 19-minute video and there's 18 ads in it, an ad a minute.
Bro,
basically.
we have the 2-hour podcast talk. You upload it on YouTube. You just have a black box for the next hour.
Oh my gosh. Just like, we're just gonna, the video may have ended at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, but we're just gonna put a black box there just so we can get paid. You know what I mean?
Thanks to all the fantastic fans who sat through an hour of watching a black box.
Yes, thank you very much.
Great fans.
Yeah. Now going through, I have one more thing for you. What is one team that you think? What team did the best? Have done the best so far? What team has done the worst? And then we're gonna go with the best signing player wise and worst signing player wise. Like, not necessarily team, more for that player. Like, either they got.
Okay.
So we'll start off with team. What team do you think won this offseason so far? Like, all right, yeah, they are ahead of everyone else.
Well, I think it would have to be the only team I gave an A+, which was the Patriots. But like the honorable mention to like the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there are any other teams that. I mean, I thought Denver had a pretty solid offseason. Let me look at it, see if I can refresh my brain. Because we've gone through so many.
Yeah, I'll say mine real quick. I'm just going with the Buccaneers as winners just because, I mean, they literally just won a Super Bowl and they're keeping everyone together. As long as they do the same thing, I think they can run it back.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And my tab closed out for some reason, so that's an L.
That is an L.
But if I can go through the worst, it's probably the Bears and the Titans. Oh my god. There was another team I got super pissed off about too. I'm gonna have to remember, but
oh crap, yeah, I don't remember. Was it the Bears you said already?
yeah, I got upset with the Bears, Titans, and there was one other team that I thought had a horrible offseason.
Lions?
I don't think it was the Lions. I actually gave him a good grade for the Matthew Stafford trade.
That's right.
If I remember, I'll mention it, but I've got the two big ones.
Was it? Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was Baltimore too. They didn't have a great offseason either.
Yeah. You're still looking for your best, right? You didn't say it.
I did say my best. Giants and Patriots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Were definitely some of the best.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Definitely some good ones. I'm gonna go with the worst. I'm agree with you there on the Titans. I didn't realize how bad it actually was over there. And then a player that I'm gonna say Kenny Gallaudet. I think that was a great signing for him personally.
That was definitely a good one. I mean, I would say it's hard to not put like Hunter Henry. I like the Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, and Matt Judon signings from New England.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Gallaudet was a good signing for the Giants. I think whoever signs the tackles from Kansas City, like, those are going to be a fantastic move to whatever team makes that move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the Yannick Ngakoue signing for the Raiders too. They really needed pass rush. Yeah, I mean, it's not like free agency hasn't been huge this year. It feels like, I don't know.
Yeah, it hasn't. My player that I think definitely is worse for him is I'm gonna go with Trubisky here. He took a very small amount of money to go to a winning team, but as a backup.
That's interesting.
You know, like it's like for him personally, like I'm just curious why he did that. I don't know. Because we're looking at this as them personally as players. I don't know why. I just don't know why.
I don't think he could get a starting job if I'm being completely honest.
You don't think he could have gone back to the Bears?
No way the Bears were taking him back. Like he was just a complete failure for the Bears. The Bears don't want to acknowledge that. They just want to move on and hope they can find a QB before they lose their jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, the Corey Linsley signing for the Chargers is also a great signing.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we were, like when I was saying, I didn't want to say that Trent Williams is the worst because it's personally for him, that's amazing. Getting that. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Kansas City had a horrible offseason.
Maybe it was them. That might have been the one.
It was definitely Kansas City.
It definitely was, yeah.
Horrible offseason.
Yeah. You're just losing out on everybody.
Like, I don't know how... It made no sense. How do you look at and you watch the Super Bowl and be like, we really had an offensive line issue, and then cut your two starting tackles, the most important position on the offensive, it made no sense, and then they overpaid for the guy from New England. The dumbest decisions I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I agree.
It was almost as bad as the DeAndre Hopkins trade.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God, that trade was horrible.
We'll say the trade again? Sorry.
The DeAndre Hopkins trade.
Oh, jeez, bro.
That might be the worst move in NFL history by a team ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that trade real quick, just so I can refresh.
It was like DeAndre Hopkins for like David Johnson and like a second-round pick. It may have not even been a second-round pick. It might have been lower than that.
Here it is. It was actually almost a year. It was a year ago. 4 days ago or 3 days ago now. They traded him and a 4th-round pick for David Johnson, a 2020 2nd-round pick, and a 2021 4th-round pick. Wow.
Oh my God.
Just wow.
Yeah,
absolute.
It was horrible.
Blasphemy. Horrible.
You may as well have just cut DeAndre Hopkins.
Facts. It's literally the same thing.
Actual garbage.
I don't even know who they got out of that 2021 2nd-round pick.
I think they traded it for something else.
Did they?
I know. They ended up getting Brandon Cooks for a 1st-round pick after that, and I just laughed like, this is just horrible. It was so bad.
Hopkins looks good in a Texans uniform too. It's just a bummer. It's a bummer the Texans just completely fell off.
Bill O'Brien literally just
Horrible.
decided that he was bored of being the coach for the Texans and didn't want to work there anymore. Instead of resigning, he just decided to just destroy the entire team.
Yeah, he's the reason they sucked. He truly is.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, I would say that was a very fun stream or podcast today. So I appreciate you, Eddie, for coming in today, and obviously you're gonna, I appreciate if you're not dipping early like Chuck did, sticking it
awesome.
out.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, yeah, and I'm definitely excited to keep doing it each week with you. And we'll figure out a bunch of other topics. The Thursday or Saturday podcast will definitely be more than just sports, just anything in general. And if you guys have anything in the comments for YouTube or anything in the chat, you could put later on for Twitch. Anything you want us to talk about, just put it in there. We'll definitely look at it and we'll talk about it. And I guess yeah. Go ahead.
Ideas for anything to discuss would be great. We could do maybe we do some movies. We could do TV shows.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really up for anything.
Yeah, me too. I'll talk about anything.
Feedback would be great too in YouTube. You should just quickly comment, say something you want us to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd also do NFL trades. I think that'd be a lot quicker than free agency.
Yeah, if anything big happens, even the Watson thing, I'll just start streaming right away. We'll hop on and we'll talk about it, you know? So
Yeah, that'd be good.
we'll be able to help you guys out there. And, you know, we may not be the first ones to let you guys know, obviously, though, because Twitter is just huge. You know, that I find out everything, like, in a split second in Twitter. So it'd be kind of hard to, you know, just go right live and you'd be the first ones. But we can at least talk about it, and you guys can hear us, you know, our opinion on stuff, just anything in general.
Yeah. I think the most important thing, though, is that as we watch the Deshaun Watson case number goes up, like, we're going to have to cover that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When it goes up by a couple, like, when it gets to, like, 50, we'll be there to cover it.
Yep, and so it's at 60 now, so when it gets to 50, we'll see you guys tomorrow night on there, and we'll be able to talk about it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna go broke from hiring so many lawyers for all these cases. It's ridiculous.
I think that might be one of the reasons why he hasn't been traded just yet.
I mean, the man's gonna go broke from like having to like have lawyers in court defend him for all. Like,
honestly,
the motto at this point is, if we file enough cases, he'll be guilty for one of them.
Yeah, honestly, man, they're crazy. What's going on there?
We probably shouldn't joke about it because it's so serious, but it's kind of hard not to when like the case numbers they literally like doubled overnight in one time, and I was like, geez, this is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And definitely interesting to talk about. We'll come back in a week and we'll see. We'll see what's happening. We truly will.
We'll see how high it gets.
We'll just have news in general and see what happens, and maybe we can get a little more in depth into it. You know, if something happens. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in today, and appreciate all the support. Maxed out on 9 viewers today for Twitch, which was really cool. So I thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.